So, we finally have the upcoming episode titles for the 15th series of Doctor Who, or Season 2 if you view it from the Disney Plus era, and they finally released the episode titles, which I was frankly growing a little bit impatient about. I was thinking, Doctor Who is set to start again in less than a month. Like, are we not going to get any episode titles soon? But we finally do, and they released the 8 episode titles for Series 15. So I'm going to go through now each one and give a little bit of what I think each of them could be about. I may be wildly off the mark with some of these. This is just what I think they sound like. Or from the promo reel showing the title, what each episode looks like it could contain. Now, the Robot Revolution, that one's fairly easy to figure out. With the promo that we saw and also with stills from the episode, it seems as though the Doctor's new companion, Belinda Chandra, played by Varada Sethu, she's a nurse or a medical expert, and she's going to end up being taken by robots, and the Doctor is going to have to find a way to get her back, and that's ultimately going to set up the whole crux of the season of the Doctor trying to get Belinda home. Also, I think the robots in this, they did remind me a little bit of the emoji robots from the Peter Capaldi episode Smile. That may just be me, though. Anyway, the Robot Revolution's coming first. The next episode after that, episode 2, is due to be called Lux, and from the look of it, this was another one that we cottoned on to fairly early. I think actually when Varada Sethu was announced as the next companion, playing Belinda Chandra, this a shot from this episode is I think the first time I saw her actually doing it, playing this role, and it appears as though Lux is going to take place in either the 50s or the 60s, and is also, we saw from the trailer a shot of a cartoon character climbing out of the film screen. That character is due to be called Mr. Ringading, and is due to be played by actor Alan Cumming. This is actually his second time in the wider universe, having previously played James I in the 13th Doctor episode The Witchfinders back in 2018. So it's nice to see, or in this case hear, Alan Rickman coming, no, not Alan Rickman, sorry, Alan Cumming coming back again to Doctor Who, as, hey, it's a good one. Episode 3 is due to be called The Well, and this is another one that seems fairly easy to figure out. We saw in the various trailers a shot of the Doctor and Belinda wearing spacesuits as they seemingly plummeted down through the air in a large cave. That's what I assume that is going to happen in the well. A very large cave or cavern or a large area of space in outer space where they end up plummeting down. At least those ones are fairly easy to figure out. From episode 4 onwards, though, things start to get a little bit more speculative. Episode 4 is due to be called Lucky Day, and from the promo reel showing the title of the episode, that one looks as though it's going to include Unit. And also, we're going to get another appearance from Millie Gibson as Ruby Sunday. Now, we did see in the kind of previous trailers that she was going to be partially returning for Series 15, and it looks like she's also now a part of Unit. Could this be that episode? I also remember seeing kind of a flash of green in the title card for Lucky Day, and that did lead me to briefly think. I remember Russ T Davies saying that they were doing another episode kind of based around folklore. And I thought, well, they did Welsh folklore last year. Could this one be about Irish folklore? Could Lucky Day actually feature a leprechaun? Is the leprechaun going to be an alien the Doctor has to deal with? I don't know. I could be wildly off the mark with that one, but I don't know. Having an episode around Irish folklore, I feel, could be a lot of fun. But I think that Lucky Day could be the folklore episode, but I may be wrong. Episode 5 is due to be called The Story and the Engine. And to be honest, I have no idea what that could be about. The promo reel showing the title made it seem like it's going to involve missing people, and it's either going to take place in a barber shop or possibly in a warehouse where things are built. I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, episode 5, The Story and the Engine. Number 6 is probably the one that I'm most excited for, but also a little bit hesitant about. That one is due to be the Interstellar Song Contest. Like, we knew for a while the Doctor Who was going to be doing an episode that would be kind of parodying the Eurovision Song Contest. the Interstellar Song Contest is due to be that episode, and I'll be honest, I am hesitant about it, but at the same time, I enjoyed last year's The Devil's Chord, and that was fairly a music based episode. So I'm excited for the Interstellar Song Contest. Also, it's due to feature due to guest star, former Strictly Come Dancing It Takes Two presenter, or former Supermarket Sweep presenter, and Cinch spokesperson Rylan Clark. I'm a bit nervous about his casting, but I'm prepared to see what they've got in store. The last two episodes, I assume, like last year, are going to be a two-parter, like a two-part finale. But episode 7 is due to be called Wish World, and then episode 8 is due to be called The Reality War. Could this involve... I mean, I previously thought with Lux that I'd seen a theory that maybe Mr. Ringading is a part of the Pantheon of Gods, or the Pantheon of Discord. Similar way that Sutek, the Toymaker, and Maestro were. I'd be up for that, but also I feel like they could maybe be saving the latest god for the finale. I mean, if I had to make a slight guess, and as I say, I could be wildly off the mark here, but possibly Wish World involves a world full of wishes, and maybe a wish gets made that starts disrupting reality. That leads into the events of the reality war. That's just my theory. But anyway, I can't wait to see what they've got in store for this next series. The Robot Revolution, Lux, The Well, Lucky Day, The Story in the Engine, The Interstellar Song Contest, Wish World, and The Reality War. The latest series of Doctor Who, Series 15, or Season 2 if you prefer, due to debut on the BBC and on Disney Plus on April 12th, 2025. Can't wait to see what they've got in store. Anyway, until then, allons-y.